They're sitting there trying to get out of the gravesite and trying to get out. So, notice the distancing on the COVID-19 is a serious, serious matter. False identity information is reported on that. You can get that online, the DOL online, and also the Governor's Office, Administration on Social Security. Now it says Governor COVID-19, and that is WA, W-A, Washington State, Washingtonian. So maybe when they panic, when you can't push the body into the Columbia River, you'll go up at I-82 Oregon. And my body could float up into Oregon State. So they probably got scared about that because they see Felix Barela floating on the water. Oh, that's Felix Barela. That's Felix Barela. He owns a lot of land. Yeah, let's do apply and services and throw some patches, increments, and throw them in the cremator or throw them in the open casket and make it look good, huh? But the appliance of the service, seeing Felix Barela work on the funeral home, and also the sprinkler high impacts and the Pentagon and all the flags, increments also removing the dead bodies on the Kennedy's family, basically. Kennedy family lives in Pasco, Washington, right by Pasco Bulldogs High School. And right across the street is a trailer and assessments for the principal's office and administration office. Across from Kennewick High School is Mr. J. Mueller, and J. Mueller has a basement where all the dead bodies are put in the cooler systems, like Sunset Acres, where they caught it on fire. The plastic and the cardboard, which they probably put in Felix Barela, and now it's caught on fire. And that guy, his name's Schmidt. The Schmidt family, B-E-F-T transfer. We're gonna go over to his house, we're gonna knock on his door, and we're gonna do everything we can, see if we can pull him out, just like the police officer. Pull him right across the street where his police officers are driving around harassing her. Roberta Barela, Little Barela, Fabian Barela, and all the administration offices on the Hernandez family here in Pasco, here in Texas. Diana, and also administration office. Diana Farida on Newport Highway, not Spokane, Boston, Pizza Market, Newport Highway, Kennewick, Washington. The tattoo shop. See, we can put tattoo patterns on the headstones and put it on headstone, put on Front Street, because none of them will come out. Clothesline them on the Harley Davidsons, all of them, we can do that. And they'll all show up and just drag them all off. We'll find one way or another to pull them out of here. Pull the fire alarm out. See how that works for them. They do shit for them. One way or another. Increments of this justice of Fabian would say justice of the clock, time is timing. There's no escaping that. Fabian Barela speaks of true mind because you guys that prosper throwing cyanide off the bridge. Cyanide is going to be my black Negro slave because he can fix my Barracuda age 1, 2, and 3, and with Mikey Thompson's on it. And my X11 citation, the Earl is going to take an axe and cut their hands and limbs off like the Yates did. And Mr. Ridgway, and also Madison, Morrow Manson, and Walla Walla, and also Morrow Manson, and commits, and he's going to bring all his homeboys into service. He's going to probably be in the hole all day, all his life duration. And finally confront the individuals of their services. He's a professional. Mr. Volkswagen, Mr. Wilson, Kennewick High School, and Ted Bundy. His increments of hiring him as a hitman, he was paid off by many times, and that's Sandy Strawn and Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney in administration office. And Clearwater and Winco, the janitorial services, that's John and Hernandez, federal employees. There's no escaping that. There's a lot of download Microsoft component services on the John Deere Evergreen input on the Starfire and Ligno systems, which the corporate sphere at Andy Miller's office. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. There's 4 features on also the telemaster service, and their technicians, the Washington bar stations, which are worthless. They're true about the Sputnik lock, which in 956 RTs, and HTTP bailers, which have new updated equipment which twines. It's not bale wire, it's not steel wire, it's regular thread wiring twine, and there's spools and also processed in increments of laying out processing land with a air seeder, and also the Lockwood and Spugnant, and also the Cedars increments for the overturning the soul to submit the 18-year farm bill that's paid in advance. That's 4011314A. 18 years paid in full. And the increments on applying the additional years over the 18 increments, that statute of limitation expired, and there's no change in the office on that, on the MACRES components. See, it renews every year by itself, the tax returns and the increments issue out by itself, and there's no stopping it. It's a sad, sad thing. It's returning your prongs to you, and also your stitches and from the mouth into your face, and also your tassel, which is false prophecation, and a bunch of dropouts, Mr. Bill Gates, and also the military staff, increments on the services. COVID-19 is a serious matter. False identity of information, also the blood flow content of no exposure for the vaccination is very expensive. It's $100. $100 is an expensive vaccination. You have to pay out of pocket. It's $100. Anything from 70, 80 years old, and you also take the additional vaccination, which is a higher dose and higher rate at 70, 80 years old because of the immunities that they has and for the toxins they got for the antibodies.